What the End Is For by Jorie Graham, Grand Forks, North Dakota. A boy just like you took me out to see them, the 500 B-52s on alert on the runway, fully loaded, fully manned, pointed in all the directions, running every minute of every day. They sound like a sickness of the inner ear, where the herd foams up into the noise of listening, where the listening arrives without being extinguished. The huge hum soaks up into the dusk. The minutes spring open. 6 is too many. From where we watch, from where even watching is an anachronism. From the 23rd of March, from an open meadow, the concertina wire in its double helix, designed to tighten round a body if it turns, is the last path the sun can find to take out, each barb flaring gold like a braille being read. Then off with its knowledge, and the sun is gone. That's when the lights on all the extremities, like an outline, like a trace, become loud in the story, and a dark I have not seen before sinks in to hold them one by one. Strange plot made to hold so many inexhaustible screams. Have you heard in a crowd mutterings of blame that will not modulate, that will not rise? He tells me, your stand-in. They stare, step up. He touches me to have me look more deeply in, to where for just a moment longer color still lives. The belly white, so that it looks like sky. The top, some kind of brown, some soil. How does it look from up there now? This meadow we lie on our bellies in, this field iconography, tells me, stands for sadness. Because the wind can move through it uninterrupted? What is it the wind would have wanted to find and didn't, leafing down through this endless admiration, unbroken because we're too low for it to find us? Are you still there for me now, in that dark we stood in for hours, letting it sweep as far as it could down over us, unwilling to move, irreconcilable? What he wants to tell me, his whisper, more like a scream over this eternity of engines never not running, is everything. How the crews assigned to each plane for a week at a time, the 7 boys, must live inseparable. How they stay together for life. How the wings are given a life of 7 feet of play. How they drop practice bombs called shapes over Nevada. How the measures for counterattack in air have changed, and we now forego firepower for jamming, for the throwing of false signals. The meadow hums, love, with the planes, as if every last blade of grass were wholly possessed by this practice, wholly prepared. The last time I saw you, we stood facing each other as dusk came on. I leaned against the refrigerator. You leaned against the door. The picture window behind you was slowly extinguished. The tree went out, the 2 bird feeders, the metal braces on them. The light itself took a long time. Bits and puddles stuck, like the useless splinters of memory, the chips of history, hopes, laws handed down. Here. Hold these, he says, these grasses, these torn pods, he says, smiling over the noise, another noise. Take these, he says. My hands are on for the purpose here, not visible from the sky. Prepare yourself with these, boy, and bouquet of thistleweed and wort, and William and Timothy. We stood there. Your face went out a long time before the rest of it. I can't see you anymore, I said. Nor I, you. whatever you still were, replied. When I asked you to hold me, you refused. When I asked you to cross the 6 feet of room to hold me, you refused. Until I couldn't rise out of the patience either any longer to make us take possession, until we were what we must have wanted to be. Shapes the shapelessness was taking back. Why should I lean out? Why should I move? When the Maenads tear Orpheus limb from limb, they throw his head out into the river. Unbodied, it sings all the way downstream, all the way to the single ocean, head floating in current downriver, singing, until the sound of the cataracts grows, until the sound of the open ocean grows, and the voice.